it seems it's not going too well in LA. I'm talking about
Yeah.
in Lakerland. They are now 1-9. They put up a stinker the other night, an embarrassing 136 to 115 loss to Golden State at the Staples Center. This is the
Mm.
worst start in it's the worst 10 game start in Laker history, and
Mm.
Kobe Bryant got 44 points. Took him
Mhm.
34 shots to get it, while the rest of the Lakers starting five only took 35 in the game. You guys' thoughts
Mm.
on that?
Uh, it's time to, in the hood, when you throw your sneakers over the telephone wire,
Oh
Mm.
you know,
yeah. Mhm.
it's time to hang them up.
Mm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Y'all know how
Mhm.
I feel about Kobe.
Well, yes.
Um, if he wants to go out something as an all-time great, I guess you could say he's got what? He's got respect as an NBA
Mhm.
great.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's sad when you have to end your career playing on a team with no talent around you,
Mm.
and he can't do it by himself. I mean, they barely won tonight.
Yeah.
Um, I'm going to pass the time to R.
Okay. First, of all, you know what? It's funny because I was just reading about Mark Cuban's thoughts on the Lakers this year. He just said, "I hope they suck forever." You know, so that's what I put that out there. But that was hilarious.
Mhm.
They right now. I mean, Richard Bush. Excuse me. Sorry, sir. I put your surname out there. Your first name out there. Sorry about that. Mr. Bush. Just said something about how Kobe can't do it all by himself. Apparently, he has to. Because if you're taking up how many shots? 34 to get 44 points.
Yep.
And the rest of the team probably didn't even amount to
They took
44
35.
shots altogether,
Hmm.
right?
Well, the starting five. The starting
The
five
starting
took a
five. Okay, fine.
combined
That
35 shots.
that's sad. That's sad. That's sad. But obviously, he feels like there's no one there. No Jeremy Lin. I think
Mhm.
Swaggy P, Mick Young, made his debut tonight. I believe so.
Oh,
You know,
another nut.
yeah, I think Swaggy P made his debut tonight. So, maybe they could share the rock a little bit and maybe squeeze out a few more wins. Now, I'm not saying they're going to be a 500 team because obviously that's not going to be the case. I mean, this team has suffered. Their number one pick, Julius Randle, wound up with a leg injury. I think he broke his leg or something to that
Mhm.
effect, and that was some type of positivity, believe it or not, because he could have been a factor, in which they could have played. Not I'm not saying they would have had a great record, but at least they would have competed more and maybe squeezed out a few more wins. Obviously that's not the case. Um, bad management, as well.
Oh, very bad.
Very very bad management. Right now I gotta tell you, what's hanging over my head is a huge question mark because I don't even know what can be done to try to save this franchise. Right now, as it stands, unless they make some moves, some really drastic moves that can help the team, they're looking at dark days. They are looking at some serious dark days. You know,
Mhm. Mhm.
I mean, if they finish with like one of the worst records in basketball this year, you're looking at the draft. And I don't know too much about the draft right now. I don't know if it's going to be deep or if there are any like studs from like 1 to 7 or I don't know. But they're looking at dark days right now.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Good points,
that's all I'm
R.
gonna say about that, huh?
Good points, R.
Uh,
Kevin.
Um, I haven't really followed the Lakers. I watched
Mm-hmm.
them maybe a week and a half ago when they played I think they played the Clippers. I think it was like a Friday night game, and it was close with like 5 minutes left. And I feel like I watched Kobe shoot them out of the game. He wasn't passing. He wasn't, trying to take good shots. Everything basically was dribble, 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 dribble. I'm going to throw up this fadeaway. I'm going to throw up this shot that has absolutely no chance to go in. And he shot them out of the game. I feel like he's shooting too much, and he's using, because he's Kobe, everybody's going to say, well, hey, he has to do it because there's no one else. But, to me, that says, as a player, you don't make your teammates better. I mean, Jeremy Lin is not, the next coming, but he's not exactly a scrub. He could give you some points, but I don't think Kobe has always had a problem trusting his teammates, so it's going to be a long year for the Lakers, and good for Kobe. Maybe he can be humble.
Damn.
I mean,
well,
yeah,
Here's some quotes I'm gonna read from different players and different people in the Laker organization. Carlos Boozer, he said, a lot of times we run a set, but Kobe is extremely aggressive. And then when we try to hit the glass, hold up. He says when you try to hit the glass, get it off the glass, we've got to find a balance. It can't be lopsided. We've got to find a balance. Jeremy Lin, the game of basketball is we've got to do it together. It can't be if I go into a game concerned about myself, then in some ways that's detrimental to the team. He also later added, there's so many things wrong right now. At the top of the list, I would say communication, trust, and effort. Now, here's Kobe defending his volume shooting. I don't call it volume shooting. You chucking. Let's be real.
Absolutely.
You're chucking. You know. He said, obviously, I'd rather get guys involved early, but if a purse gets stolen in front of you, how many blocks are you going to let the guy run, he asked. You going to chase him down and keep him in sight of yourself, or just wait for the authorities to get there, or decide to let him run and wait for the authorities to get there? It's a tough thing. In that game against Golden State, the Lakers' backcourt scored 44 points. All of that was Kobe. Jeremy Lin only took 2 shots in 23 minutes. Kobe also said, I'd always rather get guys involved and play. That's always the intent at the start of the ball game. But when you're 10, 12 points in the hole, I've got to try to keep us in the ball game at some point. But it's tough. It's tough. This responsibility is on me. When things go good, it's us. When things go bad, it's me.
Okay.
I'm going to say this. Kobe, you and Jim Buss have made the purple and gold of the Lakers toxic. One, Dwight Howard did not want to play with you because of the bad coach you hired, and you refused to fire that coach, who you fired last year anyway. That being Mike D'Antoni.
Right.
You always had a sometimey relationship with Paul Gasol. You grudgingly accepted him. Paul became a free agent. I'm out of here. There were some free agents out there last year. No big name free agents wanted to come to LA. And you had money. So
Right.
Kobe doesn't like people. He's not.
He's always been spoiled. The Lakers spoiled. He's been spoiled since day one he came into the league when he forced the trade to the Lakers. He told the Nets, because the Nets were hot on him, they were going to pick him. I'm not coming to your team.
Right.
Said I'm not. and he forced his way to LA. He didn't wanna coexist with Shaq. He wanted to do it on his own. So now you suffer.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Now you suffer with Carlos Boozer. Who's not a bum, but he's not a upper echelon player either.
No, he's a bum.
I'm not gonna say he's a bum, but
I'll say it for you. He's a bum.
No, I call him a bum because he should be better than what he is, but he's a functional. You know what he is? He's not a star. He's a guy who would be a piece on a really good team, being their fourth best player. He's not a guy who's going to be a number one or number two guy. He's not a star.
No, he isn't. No.
Jeremy Lin is a backup.
Right.
You know.
Right.
He can score and pass a little, but he also isn't a starting point guard. He's not an upper echelon point guard in the NBA.
Right. You know what? You know what's going to be funny about this whole situation in LA with the Lakers? When Kobe actually retires, and I'm pretty sure that LA will have a lot of cap room. I'm pretty sure about that. I just want to see if the free agents will come a calling to LA once Kobe is gone.
You know what? You know what? We need to cut that. What you said, that sentence, and we're gonna hold that one.